Hi, today's Sunday, January 26, 2020, and you are tuned into part 2 of lowering your blood cholesterol without the use of statin drugs. Today is actually 5 days after part 1, and for that reason, I greatly apologize. I have been traveling, I have a lot of things to do in my personal life, but when I went shopping today, I actually saw this shirt. I thought it would be appropriate to wear for this video since I'm so late in doing it. Always late, but worth the wait. In this video, I'm actually going to share with you a study titled Hypoglycemic, Diuretic, and Hypocholesterolemic Effect of Winter Cherry. The scientific name of it is Withania somnifera Dunal root. It's also known as Ashwagandha. And here, you should be able to see it properly. Okay, this study was published June of 2000 in the Indian Journal of Experimental Biology, volume 38. The publishers are B. Andallu and B. Radhika. The study was conducted at the Department of Home Science in Sri Satya Sai Institute of Higher Learning in Anantapur, India. So this study is actually a study in people who are previously diagnosed as being type 2 diabetics who also had elevated LDL cholesterol. And the study wanted to look at how the administration of ashwagandha in one group of type 2 diabetics with hypercholesterolemia affected that group as opposed to a group who were strictly given diabetic medication at the time known as Dunal, which is an oral hypoglycemic, sort of like metformin. Okay, the study reads really well, so I'm gonna, instead of paraphrasing a lot of things, I'm just simply going to read straight from what I have in front of me because it shares a lot of information about the plant itself that I don't know off the top of my head. Also, like I said, I have been traveling, and so I probably look really tired. I feel tired, but I feel like also that I've made you guys wait, long enough. So I want to really get into this. So winter cherry, also called ashwagandha, that would be a good way to look for it if you're, whenever you're ready to purchase it. The English spelling is Ashwagandha. It is in India. It's commonly used to treat arthritis, and the pharmacological effect comes from the root of the plant itself. It was, prior to being studied in human beings, it was studied in animals, where it was found to provide a hypoglycemic effect on. Does it say what kind of animals? Does not say what kind of animals. I'd have to go find that study, but hypoglycemic effect means it lowered the blood sugar of those animals. So based on the effect that it had in the animals, researchers wanted to see if it would have that same effect in human beings. In order to safely see if ashwagandha was equally effective in lowering blood sugar. Okay, so not just lowering blood sugar, but they also wanted to see if it was effective as a diuretic, something that can help the body lose excess water, fluid collection, and also as a hypocholesterolemic, something that lowers the blood cholesterol, which is what this video series is about. But I will not be remiss and leave out the pertinent basis of the conduction of the study. There's no point in me telling you, yes, it did work for cholesterol, and leave out this important information as well about blood sugar. Namely because a lot of people who suffer from high cholesterol also have problems with their blood sugar. So if you are already taking medication for blood sugar and you think that you could benefit from taking ashwagandha for hypercholesterolemia, and you don't know that this can lower your blood sugar, that can be really dangerous for you. So that's why it's important, or if you are taking a diuretic for other reasons, God forbid you have congestive heart failure or something like that, where you are always having to take a diuretic to release fluid from your tissues, I would hate for you to take ashwagandha, you know, for your cholesterol and not know that it would have that effect on your potassium levels and your urine levels and stuff like that. So diving straight into the study, the study recruited 12 people who had type 2 diabetes and mild hypercholesterolemia. In part 1 of this video series, I identified mild hypocholesterolemia as those who had cholesterol levels of 130 to 159. So milligrams per deciliter. That would be the level of LDLs in their bloodstream. That is what is considered having mild cholesterolemia. So that's this group. The age group was 40 to 60 years of age. And the group of 12 were split into two separate groups of 6. So 6 people were continued on their normal treatment from their doctors of Dunal. I'd never heard of Dunal prior, but I know that in other countries, I'm in the United States, but in other countries, you know, they have their own drugs or different drugs from what are normally administered here. And Dunal, I don't know if that was ever administered in the United States, but it is or was at the time given to diabetics in India, okay, to keep their blood sugars in check. So 6 people were allowed to continue on that treatment, and while the other 6 were given ashwagandha, and the amount that was given was 500 milligram capsules, 6 capsules per day. Specifically, they were given 2 500 milligram capsules after every meal. So 2 after breakfast, 2 after lunch, 2 after dinner, for a total of 6. Each capsule, like I said, had 500 milligrams for a total of 3 grams per day, or 3,000 milligrams per day. And that was done for 30 days to those 6 people. What was found? Okay. First, let me tell you what was tested for. Okay. Energy, protein, and fat intake were calculated. They were, of course, tested for hyperglycemia and hypercholesterolemia. 24-hour urines were done from 8 a.m. to 8 a.m. Blood glucose was tested, sodium and potassium in serum and urine. Those are normal blood tests. Serum cholesterol. Serum refers to the blood. So this is how glucose and cholesterol were checked via blood tests. Serum cholesterol, triglycerides, HDL cholesterol, LDL cholesterol, and VLDL. VLDL cholesterol is very low density lipoproteins. That is the cholesterol that is in the liver. Those were determined in samples collected both before and at the end of the treatment period. First of all, results showed a 12% reduction after the 30 days, a 12% reduction in blood sugar levels in the people who were treated with the ashwagandha, which was similar to the decrease in blood sugar levels exhibited by those who continued with their normal Dunal treatment from their physicians. The diet that was given to the people in the experimental group. The experimental group is the group who were given the ashwagandha, was actually high in fat and high in calories. And it's saying that despite the high caloric intake of the ashwagandha group, they did exhibit a reduction in blood sugar, indicating that ashwagandha was actually just as useful as an effective regulator of blood sugar as was the standard of care at the time. I'm reading straight from the document now. The hypoglycemic effect of ashwagandha root could be due to its property to increase the level of serum insulin, that's the insulin levels in the blood, and or the activities of catalase. These are enzymes. Anything ending with ASE is referring to enzymes. Or the activities of catalase, superoxide dismutase, and glutathione peroxidase, indicative of its antioxidant property. An insignificant decrease in serum sodium, a significant decrease in serum potassium, and a significant increase in urine sodium and urine volume were observed in the experimental group, the ashwagandha group, when compared to the people who were taking the prescription medicine, the Dunal. Significant increase in urine sodium and urine volume indicates that ashwagandha is a good diuretic as well. It is reported that ashwagandha is highly effective in opening up the natural pores of the body, thereby enhancing diuresis. Diuresis is the frequency of urination. Present investigation also into the ashwagandha group revealed a reduction of 10% in triglycerides, that's the level of fat in the blood, after 30 days, a reduction of 15% of those horrible low-density lipoproteins that are attributed to blocking of the arteries, heart attacks, and strokes, a 6% reduction after 30 days in the liver cholesterol, also referred to as VLDLs, very low density lipoproteins, after 30 days, and a 15% decrease in total blood cholesterol, with an accompaniment of a slight increase in the good cholesterol, the HDL cholesterol. And this was in the ashwagandha group. It says here the therapeutic effects observed may be due to one or more active principles in the roots of the plant, and it warrants their isolation and a separate study for their mechanism of action. Just to find out, it's basically saying these awesome results warrant more studies to be done just to see how they work on a molecular level, how the ashwagandha works on a molecular level. So if you're interested in trying ashwagandha to decrease your blood cholesterol, now you know that it also will lower your blood sugar and will make you run to the bathroom more often. The dosage, once again, that was found to be effective over a 30-day period was 3,000 milligrams per day, taken out over the course of 3 times per day. So 1,000 milligrams after each meal. In addition to this, I wanted to share with you also that there are some basic foods that you can add to your diet to balance your blood cholesterol. And actually not just balance your blood cholesterol, that's pretty general, but lower the LDL cholesterol, lower the bad cholesterol in your body. The first thing I told you in part 1 that I was a huge leafy green eater. I believe in leafy greens. So that's the first one on the list. And really effective ones are always dark green, such as kale, mustard greens, collard greens. Those greens are high in vitamin K, and they act as blood thinners to a certain extent, and they do lower LDLs. A second really awesome food, which you probably already know about, is oatmeal, oats. If you can eat a cup of oatmeal a day, you will find that it lowers your bad cholesterol. So that's a good way of making it a healthy dietary change. A third option that you can incorporate is 16 strawberries a day for 1 month will drop your LDLs by nearly 15%, while your HDLs remain the same. Eating a grapefruit every day helps. 2 tablespoons of either olive oil or safflower oil incorporated into your diet every single day has been found to lower LDLs. Fish, specifically tuna, halibut, trout, sardines, herring, and salmon all contain omega-3 fatty acids that lower LDLs. Edamame, if you don't know what that is, they look like snap peas. A cup of that every day. I don't know who wants to eat that every day. That's why I'm giving you all these options, because I'm personally, I'm not a creature of habit. I like to try different things all the time. If you're somebody who can stick to eating the same thing every day, then you know this will work out good for you. But if not, you can make these different changes. Like you can say, all right, well, I can add oatmeal to my breakfast and throw in some greens in my smoothie, or instead of using one kind of berry, I can definitely get strawberries, because I know for a fact they'll lower my LDLs. You know, these are just options, suggestions that you can use to change your diet to make your cholesterol situation better. Using avocado, it's so strange. I'm probably like the only person of Caribbean descent that does not like avocado, because it's really creamy and something about it just turns me off. But some people, what they do, like they'll dice it up and they'll use it for cheese. I can't even fake like I like it. They'll dice it up and use it for cheese, or they'll mush it up and use it like a spread instead of mayonnaise. Like that's one way to incorporate it into your diet. I just wouldn't be using it. I don't like it. 2 tablespoons of nuts, pistachios, peanuts, macadamias, almonds, walnuts, all those tree nuts lower LDL levels. Half a cup a day of some form of bean or legumes reduces LDLs after 6 weeks of consumption. Eating dark chocolate has been found to lower LDLs and raise HDLs at the same time, and that's dope. I've become accustomed, and it has to be, I think, at least 70% cocoa, however you want to pronounce it. I found that I really enjoy Dove dark chocolate, and it's part of my life now. So maybe you can make the transition, because I used to always not like it and just want to eat milk chocolate. Now I won't even look at milk chocolate. I don't know. Maybe it's a matter of your palate changing with time. I don't know. And you know how there's an old adage that goes, an apple a day keeps the doctor away. Whoever came up with that must have known about LDLs, because it is actually true. An apple a day will lower your LDLs and keep your blood cholesterol levels normal. So that is what I have to offer. I'm sorry I wasn't more upbeat or spunky. I've been traveling and I'm just super tired. I'm sorry, but at least I got it done. Leave comments, questions. I might be slow to respond because today's Sunday and it's back to work again, but I'll respond. Okay, thanks for tuning in, and like, share, subscribe. Please keep in mind that I always am doing new research. I have not forgotten my subscriber who asked me to look up any studies involving neem. I don't know if she meant neem oil or consumption of the leaf, but I am looking for whatever I can find. That's next on the list of responsibilities. And also, I'm at the point now with Proven Cures where I'm ready to work with media outlets. I know that it's time, in order to spread the word, that these clinical research trials are out here, and this is where they are. This is how to find them. Everything I share here, you can look them up online. You can do your own research. People, I think, should know. So whether you're a blogger, a podcaster, as long as you have a following and you see a benefit to your customer base, you see a benefit to your audience in bringing me on, whether it's to talk about one specific topic or to be a regular, I'm ready. I had one person who reached out to me a few times via YouTube, and I kept brushing him off. I wasn't ready, but I'm ready now. I might actually get in contact with him. But yeah, this is for all media outlets. Reach out to me. I would love to have a column if you have a magazine, my information is very helpful, and it's very different from anything anyone else can offer. And I say that confidently, even very different from what physicians are offering. I see a lot of YouTubers who are physicians, who offer their 2 cents based on what they do in their personal lives, also based on their knowledge base from school. I haven't seen anyone really diving into clinical trials. Not like this. I'm the only one. I bring a fresh perspective, and I bring a different knowledge base because my education is in clinical research, the conduct of trials, why and what for. So reach out to me. My email is provencures@gmail.com. Okay, my name is Sarah McLeod. Thank you for watching, and have a blessed day. Thanks.